Who wins and loses during the coronavirus epidemic? Which bank is the most promising according to the Warren Buffett, and which startups are predicted to have $1 billion in capitalization? The most exciting and hottest news of the financial world is already here. Wait! Are you not subscribed to our channel yet? Click on the bell right now, otherwise you will miss all the fun. If you're with us, get a few karma points. Hello everyone, it is the RoboForex channel and the top financial stories of the week. 2020 is a fantastic year, amazing, unforgettable, and destructive. We already know everything about this. About the tourism industry disaster state, about the decline in oil demand, about the rise in demand for gold, about the cheapening of the dollar and zero interest rates. Whether we like it or not, the pandemic will continue to affect all the financial markets participants further. Let's take a look at the winners and losers from the epidemic this week. And we shall start with our potential surveyors, the companies working on the COVID vaccine. Novavax shares were up to 21% on Wednesday amid news of successful human trials of their vaccine. Here, we could see the influence of the media. The vaccine was first reported to cause serious side effects in subjects. The very fact of such news slightly dropped Novavax shares in price. But then the company denied this data, saying that there were side effects, but very minor, and all the subjects got rid of them within a couple of days after the injection. It caused a sharp rise in the share price on Wednesday. Novavax will release the second quarter report on August 11th. According to forecasts, the company will account for $28.2 million in profit, which is a considerable increase, and a decline in losses per share up to 52 cents. The stock of the actual competitor of Novavax, the Moderna company, began to fall from such activity. However, the results of tests of the Moderna vaccine have not been released. At this point, it is the leading market boost for such companies. If the test results are successful, then Moderna stock are predicted to grow, and investors are recommended to buy. We will refrain from commenting on this situation since in any case it turns out to be a kind of race for survival. The winner takes it all. Competitors lose their positions with positive news from their opponents. Then the balance is restored again, and so on. Ultimately, everything will rest on the vaccine market launch, and then it will be possible to make more accurate forecasts. From surveyors to losers, let's talk about the tourism industry. Major travel aggregators, Booking and Tripadvisor, reported their earnings, or rather their decrease in profits. Both companies accounted for colossal losses compared to the second quarter of 2019. Booking's total quarterly revenue fell 84%, while Tripadvisor's dropped 86%. At the same time, the company's management tried to remain positive, referring to the opening of borders and an increase in the number of bookings since April this year. This positive statement even gave a short-term effect and slightly increased booking shares at the market opening on Friday. But this is unlikely to turn into a trend. So much for the impact of positive thinking. Who really is the winner in the pandemic and life is the gaming industry. Activision Blizzard reported earnings on Tuesday, August 4th. 38% growth in total quarterly revenue and $0.81 in EPS. Modern Warfare game, which doubled its sales in Q2 2020 from Q1. The company's chief executive promised an influx of new content across all Activision franchises in the second half of the year and predicted even higher revenue growth. Other companies which are doing well include Cisco, which will release a report on August 12th, Alibaba with a report on August 13th, and all of the sudden Chinese car maker NIO, which has now managed to sell 191% more electric vehicles than in the second quarter of last year. The Market Miracle report will be released on August 11th. Let's move on from reports and the coronavirus to other exciting news, still from the stocks world through Warren Buffett, the name which probably every investor in the world knows. This amazing man and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway has made headlines again with the acquisition of a major stake in Bank of America. Bank of America stocks became number 2 in Berkshire's portfolio after Apple in terms of market value. Of course, Buffett and his company can afford this, even despite the general downturn in the economy and the direct impact of this on the banking sector. Bank of America shares have fallen 28% since the beginning of the year, and now is a good time to buy them. Also, the bank may become the primary beneficiary of the interest rate increase in 2023, and this is a direct way to increase profits and stock prices. An investment in growth, moreover, and significant one. Second of all, Buffett expects to receive substantial dividends from these shares. According to the Fed's bank stress test result in June, Bank of America showed a solid position. It leads to stable profits and accordingly the payment of dividends. If you have a little over $2 billion lying around, do like Buffett. Or while the Bank of America stocks cost only $26, you can invest in a dozen. Otherwise, let's be happy for the old man and continue with our future in the business world. Forbes has released an annual report of the 25 fastest-growing startups that could soon be valued at $1 billion. Who are these unicorn candidates? The names, origins, education of these companies' sales are not necessary, nor their exact data on income. Who is interested in it at all? The most important thing is what these companies are selling that they manage to attract so much capital and successfully earn. And surprisingly, 22 out of 25 startups of the list provide some online service. The vast majority of them are targeted at professional buyers, commercial companies, and provide the automation of various workflows. Cybersecurity is another popular area of activity in this small club. The most unusual is perhaps the startup Sologan. Its founders have created strains of bacteria with edited genomes and enzymes that turn corn sugar into chemicals usually made by breaking down oil. The next goal of the company is to create environmentally friendly fertilizers. The most futuristic and at the same time close to the end consumer startup is Mirror, which produces mirrors with a built-in interface that can replace a gym and a coach. Practically, a real black mirror in your little real world. Who will be creating our future then? Let us know your ideas in the comments. We will conclude today's video with an overview of this week's economic events. You will need to pay attention to data from the UK, Eurozone, USA and China. The pound could be positively affected by the reduction of the number of claims for unemployment benefits. However, the preliminary GDP report for the second quarter, which will be released on Wednesday, August 12th, may drop the British currency if the numbers are bad. The Eurozone is also preparing a report on GDP and, among others, the employment rates and industrial production. The data taken together will clarify whether the greatest stimulation ever has given an effect at all or the money has been just printed for nothing. The US will submit reports on industrial production and retail sales, which will help determine consumer sentiment and early recovery potential. The dollar is under pressure for the short term. Chinese statistics, especially on the volume of direct foreign investments, will help to understand the world's mood as a whole and answer the question, can we talk about the recovery of the world economy? Here is your financial news of the week. Thanks for watching it till the end. Subscribe to the channel to not miss the next videos and give us a thumbs up if you like it. Take care and see you next time.